welcome back to my channel. My name is Tia, aka Teacup Simmer, and this is a new part of another niche series. We are going to be starting our new Let's Play in regards to the new early access update of niche 0.5.1, and this is a buggy update, you guys. It is a preview update, so that means there's going to be probably going to be a little bit of kinks. They're still figuring out the bugs, figuring out the little things that they can change while they're getting ready for the final release of niche, which should be sometime in September. But since this is the newest update and I was kind of out of commission when it first came out, I did want to start a new series, like a new little thing for us to work on. I know we had it the Abir Tribe when we had the 0.4.5 update, but I really wanted to try this one, see what we could do, because there are apparently lots of new things for us to explore and enjoy, and I really have some really interesting stories to play and to tell you guys about this one. So I'm super excited. There's supposed to be a bunch of new things, a lot of changes to menus, some changes to how islands are unlocked. So I'm extremely interested to see how things have changed. And apparently we have patterns. Look at these guys. They look amazing. And I've never seen this color before. It looks so great. Apparently they're still working on doing textures for the creatures, which I'll be honest, I really wish they would hurry up with the textures, but because I love the patterns, but without the texture, it feels weird to me. But it all looks amazing. I can't believe it. It looks so great. And we got some new changes to grasses, some new changes to terrain. Our home island is a ton smaller now. Like, for some reason, all of the home islands are really tiny. I've been messing around with this update for a few weeks now, just to kind of see what some of the changes are, but I'm super happy to be able to kind of explore it with you guys. And I have a little bit of a story for us to kind of explore with our new tribe, the Abir Tribe. The Abir Tribe is going to be the start of our tribe that we're going to be focusing a lot on getting those what are those traits for mating with carnivores, or the Barinas, that we can now mate with, which I'm super happy about. But this tribe is going to be focusing on getting stronger. So let me introduce you guys to our founding nichelings. This is Abia, I think I'm gonna call her Abia, but she grew up with her mate in a tribe a lot different than the one we're going to be building. She was an anomaly in her tribe. She had claws. She had a very big push in her mind and in her body to be as strong as she could be, because she knew that the world wasn't as nice and beautiful as the berry bushes and berry fields that she came from, and which is hence why all of her coloring is really light pink. Her tribe used to be like mostly berry pickers who kind of kept to themselves, large numbers, didn't really worry about carnivores, and if they did, they just ran away. They didn't really try and fight back. And so Abaya and her mate Farid decided to come to a new island and build a new tribe where they can focus on strength and focus on growing their tribe into being the strongest that they can be. And they've heard that there's possibly creatures in different islands that they could find and hopefully breed into their tribe that would make them stronger, that would help them grow and make it so that they don't ever have to worry about being hunted or eaten again. And so I think that's going to be the story for our tribe this time, and I'm super excited because they look so cool. I'm really excited to see how the patterns change. There's so many different things to mess with, so let's see. So this new little bit, I think, is the mutation menu. Click. So yeah, so you can choose mutations now and choose patterns, which is super cool. I think what we're going to be focusing on originally, while, like, you guys know me, I try and stick with just getting rid of those possible negatives from our tribe. So let's say the short-sighted eyes and the webbed hind legs, and just putting those in the mutation menu first. And then once we get kind of those major like downsides out of the way, and then we can focus more on getting those really desirable traits that we want, and kind of seeing how our tribe evolves based on who breeds with who and where we end up going. So I'm super excited to see what happens. So both of these guys, we're just going to add in that good eyesight and those regular hind legs, so we don't have to worry about it. And when it comes to their kids, we're probably going to change it up depending on what type of genes that they have. They might not have anything wrong with their eyesight, and they might have some hind legs or a different tail. So we'll work on it by ear, really. But right now, what I want to do is focus on getting them set up with some food. And Abaya, let's have you mate with your mate. And Fareed, I think, even though he has poison fangs, I think he's a lot less ferocious than his mate. I think don't let her pretty little personality and the way she sits fool you. She's a very ferocious little thing, which I think would be super cute. But let's just see what their first baby is going to be like. I think we're going to have some interesting stories to tell when it comes to trying to figure out where we're going to take them. This port is so huge. And maybe it's because maybe the island's smaller so the ports could get bigger. I don't even know, but this is so interesting. All right, let's click the button. What are we going to get? It's a boy. Oh my God. What type of spots do you have, little thing? Oh, wow. That's super interesting. All right. Well, we're going to pull from our list of names. I really want to be able to see this better, but it's very hard to see. I'm going to name him Boutros, because that's the first thing I looked at. But Boutros is going to be the first of the Abir line. He's so interesting. And according to our list of names, Boutros means rock. So I'm going to say he's a very solid creature. Let's see, what does he have? He has webbed hind legs. He has good eyesight, which is good, but he has webbed hind legs inactive. So we're going to have to make sure we get rid of that for him. And then we're just going to have his mom sit with him. I think she would be super excited to have started her new family. She would have grown up in a very large family of berry pickers who just kind of just stick together, who don't venture out. So I think she's going to definitely encourage her children to be fearless, and that's going to definitely be interesting when all of her kids are still going to be squishy. No, we don't have armored body or any of those really interesting traits from the mountain update, which we might end up having. That might be one of their things. She might end up hearing about possible different genes or different ancestors or creatures that they could find in different areas of the world that have traits that could make her tribe stronger. I think she will definitely pass down her need to not have any fear, to not worry about carnivores to her children, and they will definitely end up passing it down to their children. So let's see what the next baby is. Oh boy, another boy. Boutros, you have a brother. And I think he would automatically go off into the grasses at his mother's insistence to explore this area that they're living in. And there's Tataro, and he also has webbed hind legs inactive, but he still has good regular hind legs, which is good. But let's name him Hakeem. We're going with some interesting names this time. I'm just looking in the deep bowels of our list of never ending, so that we can make sure we give all of our nichelings some very interesting names. But Hakeem is a very interesting creature. I like him. And we're going to get Abaya pregnant again. And we're going to have Fareed, I think, is, like I said, even though he looks more ferocious than his mate, I think he would be a little bit more docile. I think he would just kind of listen to her. She'd be like, well, go here, go this way, or try and find some more berry bushes. We're going to have way too many kids for you to just be sitting around. And he'd be like, yes, dear. And he's definitely going to, I think she chose him for his traits, for him having poison fangs and ram horns and that amazing pattern that makes him kind of look imposing, and his big big body, but I think his personality is absolutely different than the way he looks. And there is another boy. Oh my gosh, they have so many boys. And let's see if we can get, yes, Boutros, come get the bunny. There's so many bunnies. Boutros, get the bunny. And let's see if your dad will come help you out. There we go. So they got two bunnies. And the new baby, Taduku, who is also a boy, his eyes, okay, so he has good hind legs, so his hind legs are fine, and his short-sighted eyes is his inactive. And I haven't been looking at the immunity genes, but it looks like home island immunity is a thing now, which when I was playing this just on my spare time, it was actually really interesting. Like, it made it difficult to kind of get everything situated, just like how much home island immunity is really, I guess you'd call it dominant. It's just always there. So we're going to have some interesting time if they finally have some sisters, figuring out who to breed who with. But look, Taduku is a very pretty red. I have no idea where that comes from. Well, I guess she is, well, yeah, hers is red fur and white fur. Does he have a red fur? Yeah, he has red fur. So maybe, oh yeah, I guess that's how that's working. So I guess their red fur became dominant with them, even though red fur and white fur mixed together equals this kind of weird pinkish color. Let's go with Lufty, which is kind, which I think it means kind from our list. So Lufty, and I think he has a big body, so I think he has claw like his mother, so he's going to be a little bit more, he's going to be able to protect himself a little bit better. But he might be a little bit different, just kind of like his father, in the sense that even though with his claw he can be imposing, he's just that's not necessarily going to be his personality. And then there's Hakeem, who's doing fairly well, and so is Boutros. Boutros is going to be very adventurous. I like him. So we're all just going to, seriously, we gotta wait and see if we get some rain. And then we're gonna have Fareed come over here and get his mate pregnant. And then we're gonna have Hakeem and Boutros, I think, are gonna go off into the grasses and see what they can find. And Abaya would kind of keep Lufty close. I think she would be teaching him how to use that claw of his, since none of his brothers have the claw, and since they're too busy running around, I don't think he would have a good idea of how to use that extremely dangerous appendage of his. That she'd be like, okay, well, you can hurt people with this, but the main idea is to hurt individuals trying to hurt you, not necessarily hurt your siblings. Oh my goodness, she's so pretty. Oh my goodness, and she looks exactly like her, except she has big body. That's kind of great. She looks exactly like Abaya, except she has big body. So let's see, Abaya, do we have a name that matches you, sweetie? Because Abaya means great, according to our name list. Let's go with Adira, strong and powerful. Even though she doesn't have a claw in anything, I think her mother would be basically riding all of her hopes on her daughter and be like, you are going to be strong and powerful and amazing. So Adira is an amazing name too. And I think her and Lufty could have babies. And I think that red would definitely come out. I haven't seen any of the patterning come out a lot. So we might end up having to put patterning down as something that we want to try for. And Boutros, you got so big. So we're going to send Boutros off into the wilderness. Can we smell anything? We don't smell any more. Ooh, there's another nest. But I don't think he smells anything too interesting. Let's see. Maybe we'll do one more move. Let's have her move here and then jump over here. And Lucy, I think, would be assigned to watch over his baby sister. Let's see, did that? Yep, it moved again. Let's have him go this way. Pick up some of those berries, and then there we go. Hakeem, go get it. Can't believe we have to do maneuvering to get moles. Alright, and then we're gonna get the last bit of berries, and I think this group will do really well. Hopefully Lucy and Adira will be able to have some healthy babies. I really want to see that pattern come out. They both have no pattern, but she has stripes and he has mask, which should be interesting. This is the kind of thing I'm really interested in seeing, how the patterns kind of play out. I can't really tell what things are considered dominant or not. It looks like no pattern is fairly dominant. Well, not dominant, but it seems to show up more because he has dots, but he has pattern D and pattern A and pattern density thin for each one, but he doesn't look very, like, it looks like he has a lot of dots, so I'm not sure how that works. So we're going to skip the day and see what other baby Abaya has. She has another boy. Oh my gosh, is this going to be like, I wonder if this is going to end up being like a de facto queen bee challenge, where we end up having like one main female who like rules over like her pack of her brothers. That'd be kind of funny. But it looks like that might end up being what happens. Yeah, because she can only mate with Adira would only be able to mate with Lufti, and it looks like Kuta, our newest baby, looks exactly like Hakeem, and he has good eyesight. Yes, good eyesight and good hind legs. It's perfect. Well done, you two. What is his name going to be? Let's go with Nadir. I like that one. Nadir, which means dearly loved. I appreciate these. And so, how old is everyone? Abaya and Fareed are kind of halfway through their life cycle, and we only have flower ports to go to. So I think, I'm trying to decide which one to go to, actually. Whether or not we should go to this one, or whether or not if we should go to this one. It might just be a toss-up at this point, considering they all look the same. But I really want to try and see if we can get Abaya to have another baby girl. I think Adira would definitely be like the apple of her eye. She would assign her Lufti to look after her, since she'd kind of see that they're kind of meant to be together, and then, or at least that they're like destined, that because of Adira's size, and they both have big body like their father, that they're going to be really imposing creatures, and that's what they need for their tribe. And I think Abaya would be kind of pushing that on all of her children. So hopefully she will kind of mellow out with age, but I'm not sure how that's going to work out for her. But we definitely want to make sure we have more than just one female wandering around with us. And let's see, there's another plant. We're going to move farther in this way. And I think Boutros is actually doing fairly well as our little mini explorer, trying to find new places for food. Since we're doing fairly well on food, we only have 7 creatures. Another boy with amazing pattern. Oh my gosh, look at you. Oh my god, the spots. He looks so cute. Oh my goodness. Vanu. That's such a cute, like, his spots are adorable. Alright, so he has dots. He has pattern D. What does his dad have? Pattern A and B. Then what pattern does Boutros have? So he has pattern D. Interesting. Like, I can't really see. I kind of see it, like where the pattern is. Like, yeah, I kind of see it, like the similarities between the two patterns. I kind of see them. and like how they mesh even though they have different snouts. Okay, so I think I'm seeing it. The only difference is like of that weird orange set that he has. I think it's because his the pattern densities and the pattern sizes are different. That might be it. Interesting. All right, cool. So Vanu, what are we gonna name you? You are B and G. Nope. So he would not be a good mate for Adira. So hopefully we'll be able to have another girl. What are we gonna name him? Let's go for search. Let's go for Amit. Amit. There you go. That's not bad. And Amit, according to our nameless, means immeasurable and infinite, which I definitely would think he would give him a big head. And since he has that claw like his mother, she would definitely favor him because she has no qualms about favoring some of her children, and she will end up putting a lot of her hopes and dreams into those kids with the big body and the claw. He has a medium body, but because he has claw, I think she would kind of let it slide. And I think Adira, along with Lufti, would kind of venture out together since they've spent most of their childhood hanging out around the nursery. They will end up spending time together, kind of having the idea that their parents are kind of forcing them into a relationship. And Fareed is ever the dutiful father and going to just kind of hang out with the small ones. Boutros, let's have you go this way and kind of clear out some grasses just so that we can kind of get a better idea of where everything is. I don't think we found... There's another berry bush, so we found another one, which is good. And I think we're going to see if Abaya has another baby. And if she has another daughter, I think we have some time, so maybe she'll have another daughter. No! Oh my gosh, it's becoming a problem. Oh wow. And I kind of really want someone to have Fareed's pattern. Like, I really want that. Everyone seems to be showing up with dots. And we have another boy, Von Duke, who has big body and claw. Ooh, I think he would definitely be another one of his mother's favorites. I think a lot of the ones that look like her are going to are definitely going to pick up a lot of her traits. I don't think Adira is as, I wouldn't necessarily say bloodthirsty, but as pushy as her mom when it comes to strength. I think she would definitely just want to make sure that her family is safe, not necessarily out seeking all of the things that Abaya is telling her children that they need to seek. And definitely because Lufti is probably an influence on Adira, and Lufti is more his father's son. He's really very kind and very gentle despite his extremely imposing appearance and bright coloring. And then they really haven't spent a lot of time with their older brother Boutros or their older brother Hakim, because these two were listened to their mother at an early age and just kind of went off to explore the island kind of as like a trial of some kind, because she said go off and learn things and bring back food, because you know that being a great leader or being great creatures requires you to live alone and be able to protect yourself. So she's tough love. That's what I'm getting. I'm getting a lot of tough love from Abaya. Let's see. So we're gonna put, can she? Yeah, she can jump over here. We're going to have her have another baby. And I think after this baby, we're going to probably end this part right here, you guys. We're going to set Adira next to these berry bushes, and I think Lufti would wait for her. I think he very much loves his new mate. As soon as she gets old enough, they're definitely going to have some beautiful babies. Nadir. Ooh, Von Duke. We still have to name you. I'm going to run out of boy names if she keeps having so many boys. Darko. I think that's what she's in. Darko is a good name. Even though it doesn't really match his coloring, Darko means gift. Yeah, it means gift in our list of never-ending language, and according to our list of never-ending, he is a gift. And I think Abaya would think any creature that has big body like their father and claw like her is definitely going to pass down some of those ferocious genes that they need to be able to survive and not be as meek and squishy as her family used to be. I think she has a lot of personal issues to deal with that she's not handling very well, kind of misdirecting them at her kids. And Boutros is just kind of exploring the island, getting into all those dark corners and places that they haven't gone yet, since it's a very small island. I think these two are going to get restless once they start finding the edges, and they're like, there's nothing else to explore. And so we're going to see what the next baby Abaya has, and then we're hopefully going to be able to see, hopefully, cross your fingers, guys, I really want it to be a girl. Yes! Oh my gosh. The goddess smiles down on us. And I don't think these guys are going to have the same goddess as our Zephyrin tribe. These guys might have a different goddess, or god, however we want to play it out. It might end up being some form of a, like, fighter god or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. They might turn Abaya into their goddess, who's going to be more of a goddess of battle than anything else, or turn Farid into a god of remembering kindness and remembering the strength of home and family. So you guys can let me know down in the comments which ones you think what you think these guys would follow as their like guiding light in as they move through the islands, because of course their mother's not going to last forever, and eventually we're going to get to the point where they're going to have to rely on themselves to kind of push forward with our goal, which is to become strong and to find those genes that they can find from the Bariana that would mean that these creatures will be able to protect themselves and not have to worry ever again that a carnivore or a balanced bear or these crazy creatures that they've heard about in the past would come after them and munch on them because they're tiny and cute and vulnerable. And so there's Rasira. Ooh, I kind of like her name. Can we keep it? I'm gonna keep it. Rasira. Raisra? No, I like Rasira, so I'm gonna change that. Rasira. So she's pretty. And what is she? She's BNG. So she has good hind legs and mediocre eyesight. And is that good? Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Yes. She is the other link in the chain. She is the one that can mate with the other brothers, which sounds horrible now that they say it out loud, but like she's the other link in the chain. And I think that will definitely, now that Abaya has had Rasira, who has those really interesting markings and who has claw and big body, I definitely think she would be extremely proud of what she's been able to accomplish with her small band of children. And I think now that she's had this creature, which I think she would definitely feel that Rasira is almost perfect. If she had her father's like poison fangs and his ram horns, she'd be definitely perfect. But I think now that she's found that she's had a daughter that has these traits, I think she's going to be like, all right, I'm fine. I can rest easy knowing that my children are going to be able to protect themselves, which hopefully they'll do fine at. Hopefully we'll be able to find some other creatures to kind of bring into our tribe to definitely make sure that we don't have too many overlapping genes, for one, and that we might end up finding those the carnivores now we're calling them the Bariana, I think that's what they're called, who are going to be amazing additions to our tribe, and then we'll be able to add in those genes that I think they're called, like they have specific things like the Bariana claw and the foot and the hind legs, and I think the the snout and everything, all of those things that this tribe is probably going to be going for as they listen to Baya in their minds, as they've listened to her since they've been babies, telling them that they need to be stronger. So I think this is where we're going to end this part right here, you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm super excited to start another part of Niche. If you guys are new to my channel, thank you guys so much for joining us. I'm super excited to start a story with some new friends. Let me know down in the comments if you're new to our channel. Let me know in the comments if you also have some names for me to add into our big list of never-ending names. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and please subscribe if you really love me, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!